Hey, what's going on? You don't have to watch my videos if you don't want to. It's okay. Trust me, it's okay. But I've been thinking about for the last 2 days about how we moved around. Like I was just discussing with my brother that we're on a wavelength. Like reality is a wavelength, but at the same time we see it solid. So we don't see we don't see that part. We don't see the wavy part. We just see the what you're looking at right now. But besides the fact, I was thinking to myself over the last 2 days, like, wow, people who say, oh, people need to wake up and they're sheeple and, they're ruled by fear, fear this, fear that. And, well, that may be true. But guess what? We're also ruled by fear. I mean, I can't really speak for everybody, but just this most of us. It's what it seems like because, yeah, making videos, making videos, making videos, making videos. Guess what? We're not, okay, we're warriors. We're the truth warriors. We're the truth people. We're aware. We're awake. We know. Solid, Now, what has happened in the last 6 months or 7 months? Just let me throw it out there too. NDAA was signed. CISPA, I think, was also passed. If I'm not mistaken. Now, these things may not be implemented right this instant, but it has been. It's in the book, pretty much. It's in the book. Now, the Patriot Act, right? When Bush signed that, people were like, "Oh my God, we're safe. We're safe." Right? Because something scary. 9/11 happened. It was pretty scary. No American expected that, or no one really around the world really expected that, but Americans for the most part. And it wasn't really, really checked in. Wasn't really implemented until a certain time, right? Same thing's gonna happen with NDAA and CISPA. Not right now, later. Now, now it's just they're showing you what's gonna happen, and then it's gonna happen. So not like, oh, we've lost, but I don't think anyone has like a strategy or a tactic, or no one, just like Occupy Wall Street, just virtual, that just is going on the internet. Because, like I said before, in many of my videos, yes, the internet is a good way to talk to people from around the world or large distances or wide distances, but it's the only way. You can send letters, you can send phone calls, but guess what? Internet is like the only free-based. It's not really, well, internet is free in libraries, but it's like the only free way to talk to people from wide distances, like I said, and it's the only one to do that. So the internet, unless we get like a second internet, and it's like grassroots second internet. I don't know how to really break it down like that, but if grassroots second internet, then I'll probably see some something different happen. But it's like we don't want to believe it. It's like people who are truthers and awake and aware in denial. Possibly me too. I'm in denial. I'm like, no, this can't be happening. Yeah, it's fucking happening. Sometimes I'm just walking around and I'm just like, yeah, drive. Yeah, what's going on is really going on. It's really happening. You know? But I do go out. I do go out. It's not like I stay inside every single day. It's just that I go out at certain times. I sleep too late though. I'll say that. I sleep too late. I gotta break that habit. I'm going to break that habit. So, but back to the fear thing. It's just fear. You're ruled by fear. Oh my God, what could I? Yeah, it's a possibility. But what do you? I realized my cousin told me this when I was watching a video yesterday, or 2 days ago, I think. I was watching a video and he's like, "Trav, yeah, this stuff is intelligent talk or intelligent conversation material, but you're not. No one's accomplishing anything after you watch these videos." Talking about money or economy or banksters or trolls or waking people up or anything like that. I looked at him and I was like, wow, we had like a 10-minute conversation, 15-minute conversation about just, so what, you're watching this, so what? Can you control it? You could possibly try to change it. They asked me if I want to be a politician. I was like, no. He's like, man, the fuck you. Because even if you were a politician, you'd be in the system for so long that you have to end up being corrupted and not really working for the people, because it's bigger than what the fuck we think. That's what I'm trying to say. It's bigger than what the fuck we think. You sit there and think that, oh, it goes to a certain level. I think like I said before, if I was a master villain, if I was a elite banker or elite person, how would I set up my plan to control the world or make money off of people? How would I do that? Stop thinking like a good guy. Like, oh, I think like a bad guy. Think of some sinister shit. Like, I would do this, that, kill that much people, plant that, set this up, own this news media corporation or station. Think like that. That's what I'm trying to say in most of my videos. So I'm slowing down. I'm glad I'm slowing down on my content. Not to brag right now or anything. I'm just it's it's the breath I draw in is what I'm focusing on. If you can get that, if you can understand what I'm trying to say. It's the breath I draw in. So yeah, this all shit is happening. It's all great or bad, but it seems like I don't want to blame adults really, because I actually made a video called "The Elderly Are They Doing Enough?" or something dealing with the elderly, but I didn't get that much feedback on that. But part of part of that rant or video came from the point of that old people, not old, I want to say old people, but people who are over like 30, 40, their parents and whatnot, just making videos alone is like, yeah, you help somebody understand what may be going on, but is that enough? Like, I'm not trying to say. Actually, no, I'm going to say it more, 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 because I don't want to completely blame the old people or the older folks, but when you think back and go, these guys who are 70, 60, 50, 40, they were my age at one point, and they didn't know what the fuck they was doing. And at this point in time, now they know what the fuck they're doing, and in a way, they're trying to apologize by waking people up with this generation. They're trying to make amends, like, oh, we didn't mean to use all that gas, and we didn't mean to just not be, attentive to the things that matter. Now, since the world looks like shit, I'm gonna go online and try to help people make, wake up and stuff. So that's my take. That's my opinion of what I see a lot of elderly people do on YouTube in terms of make videos. Some information they give is like, whoa, thank you. I will say that. But for the most part, like people who have community gardens and stuff, they're trying to do something. Probably rambling on too long, but I just feel like fear is what rules us in a way. NDAA, you gotta sign this, go to this website, CISPA, you gotta go to this website and tell them. it's like trying to do business with a bully and you're the nerd. Hey man, if you don't, you know, beat me up and take my stuff on Tuesday and Wednesday, I'll do your homework, every Monday and Wednesday. I'll consider it. The bully's considering. He's still gonna do what the fuck he's gonna do, and he's still gonna do what the fuck you said you were gonna do. You're getting punked. You're getting punked. There are no people on the other side who are in our favor. That's part of why I got at Ron Paul people. Not well, actually, I did get at Ron Paul people. That's part of it. Because I think to myself, I'm not trying to say, well, these people can't be that dumb. It's just that why keep trying to knock on a door that won't open for you because you're not in the club? You think that if you bring presents and gifts to the door that you're knocking on, they'll let you in because, oh, you've done something special. Like what? You're not a business. You don't own anything. People don't own anything. We don't even own ourselves. Got the name of the documentary or the movie I saw. It was, I think, an hour and change or 2 hours and change, but just different clips and pieces of information about how your life is really run and what you really are. Like, people think they're people and they're human beings, but they're actually products. They're sales pitches and they're advertising. People aren't people. Every year there's more and more and more clothes. You think the world will have enough clothes? We hide stuff from each other, like landfills. That's something not to be proud of. I mean, in a way, dumping our trash collectively, strategically, is a good thing. I thought about that today in terms of littering. And with littering, I know it's not that bad of a thing. It's just that what we're eating and consuming today and littering it is not good. Like a Coca-Cola can and a bag of chips, that's not great littering. That's bad littering. Banana peel, apple core, lettuce, tomatoes, organic shit, and you litter, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Think about if we didn't have trash cans, we had little I forgot what they're called, compost, little compost areas. And if we ate organic, we just store stuff on the compost areas and help things grow or whatever. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it, but it just seems that's logical, right? So when I think of, when I was thinking of today was people littering and stuff, we're not people. That's why, I'm not saying that's why this is happening, but we're tagged. We're all tagged. We don't have to have a chip, but we all have a fucking number. And I guarantee you, everybody that's born in America has a social security card and or a birth certificate are in some giant fucking server right now. Terabytes, bigger. I don't even know what's bigger than a terabyte, but government terabyte computers. It's logged in there for forever. EMP protected everything, unless like a meteor wipeout, meteor hits the Earth or asteroid hits the Earth and wipes out the whole fucking planet's, crust or whatever. Then I guess everybody's dead, right? But if not, there's a giant server somewhere that has all our shit on it. I guarantee it. You can't put it past people. You can't put it past them because it doesn't seem logical to you. Hope you really found me with this shit. I really hope so. Because when you watch movies and you play video games, you realize I play video games. Just you do things. You don't think of the world outside. You don't think of, like, say a game, for instance, Medal of Honor. The new Medal of Honor coming out for PS3, Xbox, and PC, called Medal of Honor Warfighter. That's the game. You can pick from different military operations or operatives, like say American U.S. SEALs or Russian Spetsnaz or whatever. Stuff like teams like that, right? I don't think people ever sit down and think to themselves that thing really happens out there. There's a team of men or a team of women, whatever, with guns, headsets, boots, grenades, silencers, knives, and they infiltrate bases and infiltrate places, and they sneak in and they kill people who are trying to make a living, who have nothing else to do but be a goon or whatever, hide goon, and they get shot. Their necks get cut and get thrown into a fucking river, or thrown into the ocean, and whatever, and their bodies get hid. And these operatives are getting these information files. We don't think like that. We just sit there and go, oh, the politics debate, the Olympics, school, work, and yeah, keep your life simple. Because what's the sense of thinking about all those things? I think about all those things. I'm not trying to say people who think about these things should stop because it kills your brain cells or whatever, or distracts you. But I think it is in a way a distraction from who we should be becoming. Who we should be becoming is not happening. We're just, or for me, I can speak. It's like that. Is I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh my god. When I get off of YouTube, when I'm just not making videos or watching videos or like those type of videos, I'm just breathing in the air, looking at the sky, like damn, I appreciate the sky. Thank you. I mean, it may be radiation from Fukushima in that sky, but guess what? I'm breathing it in. I'm living. I'm grateful for that at least. I'm not trying to say I'm grateful for the way the world's going, but until I can control something that can help the world out, then I can't do nothing but shut the fuck up. That's all I'm trying to say. I can vlog on all that. I can share these links and stuff, but over time, people are gonna understand and go, wow, wow. Like every 3 months, wow, wow. Every quarter of the year, wow, wow. And you're just gonna grow immune. You're just gonna grow immune to it. Like, oh, people are asleep. People don't give a fuck rat's ass. You can be honest with people. That's all you can do. Just be honest. That's about it. I don't mind being honest. I had a dream I was honest. That shit like so smooth. I couldn't believe it. I was honest. I was just like, hey. And just walked away. Just looked people straight in the face and was like, hey. So, hope this message gets passed on to you guys. We all rule by fear, both sides. It's not just the sheeple or the sheeple. It's both sides. It's both sides, or all sides, whatever. Because no one's doing shit. Anytime you see something on the news, there's always this one crazy guy. He went up to the mountain. He went up to a ski resort. He went to the movie theater, and he had a lot of guns. That's all you get. You hear militiamen. I mean, probably there are militiamen out there, but they're going peacefully. Now, this peaceful shit, I feel, is going to be turned into a tool to swing us into the eco generation or eco era, where we're not going to be eco because we want to and we think and we have to be. We're going to be eco because the government tells us to. Recycle this, buy our new. The way they're selling small mini cars in America, it should tell you something. It should set up a flag, I guess, in your head. Woo! It should set off a fucking flag. All these mini cars. Get this new coupe. Get this new Fiat. Get this new car. It's smaller. It's you drive. You get more. You get more miles. You get more miles on this car. It's smaller. Me and my brother just now was not just now, but earlier today was talking about how he wanted America to get fat. Think about that. Think about watch the movie Super Size Me and think about the time that existed. That was no fucking incident. That was no coincidence. Drinks, cups, cups the size of like a Sprite bottle, 2 liter or a liter, sold in fast food restaurants. Just the very idea alone of fast food restaurants to me, just that's where we are in human society. We need places that give you food. It's not the best quality food, but just it'll fill you up for a minute, and your shit's gonna really just like come out all mangy looking. And we say $3.99, $1.99, $1. It's where human beings are a monopoly. We are a fucking monopoly. There's no corporation that's like poor. A lot of these corporations have been alive since, not even since. A lot of these corporations have been alive or working or a part of society for over 50 years, over 100 years. How the fuck are we gonna stop a corporation? Can we discuss things? I mean, probably I'm not in the loop. Probably I'm not in the loop. But it seems to me like shit. You can't. How the fuck would you kill a corporation? Because people are tied to corporations. People who work there and people who use their products. Bing. Those two populations would die off because the corporation would not be there anymore. Let's use water. Grow our own. I mean, if you start living the way you want to live, corporations will have to follow. But since people don't really have a great idea of what they want to do with their own lives, corporations are free to take your mind. They're free to obtain your mind and say, yeah, you know. All right, so like I was saying just a while ago, the corporations controlling your mind, or free to control your mind. That is something that no one agrees with, but then again, no one knows how to stop. And what I wanted to just say for the end of that video was that, okay, look at this. Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, say what you mean more like people who were multi-talented and were famous, but a slack. Those people were inspired by either people and or something that was a part of their life. Now, this term or just waking people up, that's by making videos, that's not really to me, that doesn't sound like something that's a foolproof plan. It sounds like something that's like a last resort. Like, oh, since we've lost the battle so much or lost so much battles, that we're going to now make videos as a last resistance. That's what I obtained from thinking about that last 2 days, along with getting into conversations with my brother and my cousin. It's like, Trav, you can keep saying, telling people, or you can just, what do I like to do? Draw, sketch, create. Inspiring people is better than waking someone up. Because in a way that is waking someone up, inspiring them to do something great, something amazing, something they never thought they can do. Inspiration. Inspiration can come from one of my videos, but you pick which one inspires you to get up and do something. That's my little challenge. Pick one of my videos and say, oh, this one inspires me to really get up a notch. Find me a video from me, you know, and it's no giveaway. It's no giveaway or nothing. Just prove me right. Wait, prove me wrong, prove me right. I don't know. But, so, that alone tells me that I need to step it up for your sake. Not like my subscribers, but anybody watching this video sake. As your fellow human being brethren, I can say, I'm slacking. So I apologize to other human beings out there watching this. Because, yeah, I vlog, I vent, I make sense, I have some good points. Sometimes I come off silly, but it shows that I care, you know. It shows that I care to make videos, but I see it, we all see it, but every month after month. So why nothing happening? People are not waking. That can't just be it. That can't just be the key to everything. Waking people up. Come on. We look at other people for their stupid little beliefs or whatever, and then when it comes to us, we're like, no, this is gonna do it. Waking people up. You're fucking right, man. So yeah, I just wanted to leave off with that. I got interrupted, and I just wanted to make this clear. Hope you can hear me too. About what we are at the moment and what we want to go back to, which is natural human beings. But is that possible? Is that obtainable? I don't know. Can we achieve it? Depends on you guys and anybody else out there. But I think now that I've been, I guess, gifted or cursed with the gift I have, which all of us have deep down inside us, I should take advantage of it, not just sit there and go, oh, I'm awake, but I don't want to be abusive with my mental power, you know? So, let's leave it at that.
So some of you may be wondering what I've been doing over the last 3 months. Well, I'll tell you. I've been campaigning for Newt Gingrich because I think he's a swell guy. This man loves freedom so fucking much that he wants to keep it all for himself. So I'm working on another video. It's a lot more intricate than this one. But right now I'm gonna put out this video while that one is still in progress. See, I've been working on a lot of things. So much so that I think I'm going fucking crazy. But I think the thing is maybe I already was crazy and now I'm going fucking sane. I'm not sure. You know, here's an overwhelming thought. We all know that our politicians are fucking corrupt. Ask anybody if they think there is a shitload of corruption in politics, and you're not gonna find a whole lot of people who say this. No, I think politicians are decent, honest, hard-working, compassionate individuals who care about everyone. They are a beacon of hope for all of us. No, instead people say, yeah, they're corrupt, but that's just the way things are. That's just how it is. It's the status quo. Just like big banks and big corporations will continue to survive regardless of how much they fuck you, and regardless of how much they fuck up, because they know that if they do fuck up, they'll just get bailed out, and then they'll be upgraded from too big to fail to too bigger to fail, because they'll eat up all the smaller institutions. Now, we look around this entire world, and we see things are very, very wrong. We can all agree on that. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat or an independent. Those are just tools to keep you in line, divide and conquer. It's nothing new. And if our civilization lives long enough, they will look back at us and talk about how horrible our existence was. We go to war with countries, and it's normal to us. We hear about death tolls and casualties of war. Thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions dead, collateral damage, and it's all very disgustingly normal for us. Why? What's the point of it? Are we any freer? Has anything changed other than the quest for power? Hey, we were attacked. I remember 9/11, asshole. It is our job to fund terrorism. And then it is our job to kill those fucking terrorists that we funded. It is our duty as Americans to liberate and free the shit out of this entire world. Oh, I forgot. So let's entertain the idea that terrorists came over from a bunch of different countries and attacked us. Does that mean we should then go to war with all of those countries? If someone came from Canada or England, should we attack those countries as well? It doesn't make any sense. Now let's entertain the idea of, I don't know, the fact that jet fuel can't melt steel. The fact that if the Pentagon was hit with a fucking plane, how come we haven't seen any video footage of it out of the 85 fucking cameras that surround the place? And how in the fuck did Building 7 fall when a plane didn't even hit it? Those are the questions we should probably be asking. But hey, our country isn't capable of anything evil or corrupt. That's why Guantanamo Bay is open, and that's why the Patriot Act was passed, along with many other laws that not only take away our freedoms in this country, but take away the freedoms of everybody in the entire fucking world. But while we're too busy not asking those questions, and we're more busy wondering what Lindsay Lohan or the Kardashians are up to, we are paying more and more taxes to the banking industries that own the oil fields that the military is protecting. Then you have the Federal Reserve, which is a private institution owned by the same banks that own the oil companies, that own the war contracts, that own the media, and own your fucking house. But we must be protected from the terrorists. You're right. You can't be trusted. No one can. It's very important for us to trade freedom for security. And luckily for us, Congress knows this. That's why they're trying to pass the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act of 2012. Now the House has already signed it, and so has the Senate. All that's left is for the President to sign it. Now under this law, anybody who is suspected of belligerent activity can be detained indefinitely without trial. But there's some people in this country who have a problem with that, because currently it includes Americans. So they're trying to get an amendment pushed forward to get rid of the American inclusion. And once that's done, fuck everybody else, you know what I mean? That's all we care about. As long as we're good, fuck everyone else in the world, because we should be able to police the entire globe. It's like this, right? If you're not from America right now, you're probably doing some terrorist shit and you don't even know it. What are you doing right there? Terrorist shit, probably. I was at the store the other day, and guess who was behind the counter? An Indian woman. What the fuck is that all about, right? And she's talking about Gandhi or rupees or something. I don't fucking know. She didn't speak very good American. And I'm thinking, I didn't think about it then, but at the end of the conversation, she said, "Merry Christmas." Do you know where I'm going from this? She said Merry Christmas. She was a fucking Indian. She was not American born. Therefore, she cannot be a true Christian. Therefore, she's a fucking terrorist. It's like this little alarm. It's like, terrorist, terrorist. And it goes off in my frontal lobe whenever I hear a fucking accent. It's like, in this country, do you know why you can't smoke marijuana? It's because you have to be protected from yourself. Now it's cool for pharmaceutical companies to push painkillers that jack you up, and it's cool to die of alcohol poisoning and lung cancer. As long as our masters make money, everything should be fine because they're the job creators, right? And under all of this is the illusion that we have a fucking say in this democracy. Hey, we do have a say. We can vote. Well, I feel fucking great about that, don't you? I mean, it's worked so far, hasn't it? You know what's scary is that people actually think it matters which side they're on. I'm voting left. Well, I'm voting right. It doesn't matter. The eye of greed, the eye of capitalism, and the all-seeing eye of the mighty dollar see no fucking difference. If you're not part of their billion-dollar club, you are just another statistic. But everyone's vote counts! Voting is important! How can it be when we vote for people, not for policies, not for wars, not for laws, and not for bailouts? Why? Isn't it our money? Isn't it our life? Shouldn't it be our choice? No, instead there's a few hundred people in really nice suits, and they sit in a big room and they decide our future. Then people celebrate when they give them a freedom they should have already fucking had. Yay! Gays can openly serve in the military! Yeah, awesome, victory! But you can't get married in majority of the country because they've decided that that's not your right. So what the fuck fuck are we celebrating? Are we celebrating the fact that we get the scraps from their table? Or are we celebrating the fact that things could be much, much worse? But things could be so much worse. You should just be happy with what you get. That line only works for things you can't control, like death and rain. Because under that logic, we should always just be grateful. Hey! Rwanda's really fucked up right now. We're doing better than them. That's gotta count for something. And look how bad Haiti's doing. We should always just be grateful. Now it's all justified. Don't ever try to strive for anything better. Just shut up. Because someone has it worse off than you. You're making $10,000 a year? Well, fuck you. That guy's making $8. You're in poverty? Well, that's just because you're fucking lazy. Now shut up, stop complaining, and find a better job. If you don't like America and you don't like freedom, you can leave this country. There's the door. Fuck you, I'm not leaving. The reach is too far. It's not just one country. And I am positive that this does not have to be the land of corruption and the land of moral decadence. I am positive that we aren't powerless. There is no doubt in my fucking mind. I refuse to accept that. If we have the power to elect these corrupt officials, shouldn't we have the power to cast them off of their thrones? Yes, the few do still own the power. But that's only because we've accepted that. In reality, we all still have the power because power was never meant to be owned by some, but shared by all. It was never meant to be controlled, but guided. It is still we, united, that must decide our future, and it is still we that must be in charge. I am positive of this. Do not accept the way things are. The first step is knowledge for everyone. The second step is righteous change, and the result is a real freedom, where the only laws that exist will be the laws of conscience and the laws of collective freedom. Because either we will change this system as a united world, or we will remain slaves as a divided people. Alright, now before I go, I just wanted to say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Nothing, Happy 2011, Happy December, Happy New Year, Happy Mass Consumerism, where we give all of our money to China's government and we say we hate communism month. Happy everything. And if any of those holiday wishes offended you, I must strongly urge you to kiss my ass. Thank you. Love you.
And for a brief moment, describe Occupy Wall Street. All of the Occupy movement starts with the premise that we all owe them everything. They take over a public park they didn't pay for, to go nearby to use bathrooms they didn't pay for, to beg for food from places they don't want to pay for, to obstruct those who are going to work to pay the taxes to sustain the bathrooms and to sustain the park, so they can self-righteously explain that they are the paragons of virtue to which we owe everything. Now, that is a pretty good symptom of how much the left has collapsed as a moral system in this country, and why you need to reassert something as simple as saying to them, go get a job right after you take a bath.